Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. All stars are aligning for a massive continued bull run. Let's dive into some market updates. What's going on in the crypto industry? Taking a look here at Reddit. So Reddit co-founder wants to acquire TikTok. Put the social media giant on chain. This is huge, guys. So a lot of people are uncertain right now. A lot of people are uncertain with the direction of the market, guys. The stars are aligning. There's not really a scenario where crypto doesn't win. The odds are in your favor. If you're watching this video right now, the odds are in your favor. The stars are aligned for you to essentially or potentially change your life. No guarantees. Results aren't typical. All that. Not financial advice, but everything is pointing to this crypto adoption, the way of operating, the way we're used to operating day to day is going to change forever. So I want to paint it this way before I dive into this article. So I want to paint it this way. So we've seen the shift, right? With mail. You've seen that shift with mail. It went from traditional mail through the mailbox, right? Paper mail. It went to email, right? Then email evolved into instant messaging, still on the computer. Then it evolved to text messaging, right? Then the communications went to FaceTime. Then it went to recorded FaceTime. That's what we're going to see here with the way we operate financially, right? And even further, the way we vote, the way to have something that is borderless, it's trustful, right? You can't change it. The blockchain is going to change everything. And really buying these crypto tokens is a way for you to ride the wave and profit, which the doors are open, which weren't open before. You needed to know somebody. You needed to have an in. Crypto changes all of that. So let's dive in here. Reddit co-founder wants to put TikTok on chain after acquiring it. Here he's saying venture capitalists and joined with a billionaire Frank McCourts, and I'm sure a handful of others want to take over TikTok U.S. operations. Internet advocacy organization Project Liberty announced a formal offer to acquire TikTok U.S. with plans to allow users to control how their data will be used and shared. Huge. So according to Reuters, Ohanian will promote Project Liberty's bid to buy TikTok US assets as a strategic advisor specializing in social media. Confirmed in this report, exciting news for the digital world. I'm officially now one of the people trying to buy TikTok US. Bring it on chain. This is going to be huge if this happens, guys. So we're seeing this is bullish news for crypto because we're seeing that from a global perspective, people are realizing putting things on chain is far better than relying on your local administrator, relying on documents, right? That can be lost, stolen, tampered with, altered. The blockchain changes that. You cannot fake the blockchain, right? Once it's there, it's there. So huge news. And we see countries like El Salvador pretty much doubling down on crypto, and despite the naysayers, like they're seeing here, they're getting a lot of pushback from IMF for accumulating Bitcoin. El Salvador is looking at it like this. This is our one chance to get ahead. This is our one chance to have some skin in the game. This is our one chance to make an impact and position ourselves for the future. And despite pushback, El Salvador is not giving in. They're going to continue to buy Bitcoin. The president of El Salvador is saying his country will continue to accumulate Bitcoin despite rumors suggesting otherwise. So El Salvador first adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in 2021, but recent pressure from the International Monetary Fund related to recently approved $1.4 billion loan agreement has forced Central American country El Salvador to pull back on some of its Bitcoin evangelism. Recent amendments in El Salvador's Bitcoin legislation make the acceptance of Bitcoin voluntary and shed the asset of its currency status. Though it's still considered legal tender in the country, A part of its conditions tied to El Salvador accessing the $1.4 billion loan facility, the IMF wants the country to halt public sector acquisitions of Bitcoin and dissolve its FIDE Bitcoin trust fund by July 2025 and cease operations with its Chivo wallet system. Pretty much saying, look, you taking this money, $1.4 billion loan. We don't want you to end up making that money. So then then you're not indebted to us anymore. Why would we want you to make over 1.4 billion with buying Bitcoin, pay us back and be independent? Why would we want that? Right. So it's one of those things where you're going to see really a struggle here. Right. Because here it's saying the country's national Bitcoin office has also continued purchasing 1 Bitcoin a day, holding a total of 6,102.18 Bitcoin at the time of this article, guys. So it's one of those things where, like, if I'm your lender, right? And essentially, if I lend you money, I can pretty much sway like how this is going to go, right? You're essentially a slave to the lender, right? But if you're buying Bitcoin and you have a loan, essentially you're going to get your autonomy back, right? You're going to be debt free. And why would they want that? Right. So you're going to see how this plays out, guys. What is El Salvador going to do? They're saying they're just going to keep buying. Like what essentially they're like, what do we have to lose? Like we're behind from a global perspective. No one's really saying, oh, El Salvador is a competitor in anything. Right. And this Bitcoin accumulation is going to really be able to separate us and put us ahead from a technological standpoint with the world on a global stage. So very excited to see El Salvador putting their foot down, saying we're going to keep buying no matter what. And I'm going to stay updated on this article because it takes courage to do something different. And when you have those pressures, especially people with the money, right? They have those pressures to do things different. They're telling you not to, and you're indebted to them in a sense. That's where some problems can come up. So love to see that El Salvador's continuing to buy Bitcoin. We'll see how this plays out the rest of the year. Looking at Bitcoin currently sitting at 89,819. And to be honest with you, it's been ranging for most of the week in this range, especially after that spike up on Sunday. Spike up Sunday, pull back. Now it's actually heading more towards that direction either way. So nothing really changing when it comes to price action with Bitcoin. As we see here, we're staying within that range. So you guys can see, going to CoinMarketCap, increased optimism with crypto. We see that fear greed is at 30, right? So people are like, this is, retailers are going to start trickling in, but retail starts trickling in when it's too late. Retail starts trickling in when it's green, when there's FOMO, and smart money and big money, whales are accumulating the whole time. Whether it's green, yellow, orange, red, doesn't matter. They are accumulating the whole time. There's been some talk with Ethereum. Some people think Ethereum's dying for some reason. And this isn't the first time we've heard that. For whatever reason, Ethereum is considered as, really underperforming asset, despite being and remaining number 2 globally in the crypto space. I think Ethereum is one of those projects that are going to be it's slept on, and it's going to be slept on. And a 10 to 15K target with Ethereum is still in play no matter what, guys. So definitely love what I'm seeing here in the markets. I definitely think it's going to take time. I think that this year is going to be a huge year for crypto. March 7th, mark your calendars for tomorrow. March 7th, there is a crypto summit with President Trump, with a ton of leaders coming. Charles Hoskinson said to be there. The CEO of Ripple said to be there. Brad Garlinghouse, and a ton of others that are confirmed, or maybe to come, not confirmed yet, but said to come. And I think it's going to be a great time for us to get some clarity. Big news coming, I believe, tomorrow. And there's a ton of optimism in the markets, guys. And I just pray that everyone sees the writing on the wall like we are and take advantage of what's happening in the market. Yes, there could be manipulation. Yes, there is volatility, but that's where gains are still made. You're not out of the game because there's some volatility. You're not out of the game because it may or may not be manipulated by whales, most of whom are holding, right? Most of whom are holding and haven't sold. So you're able to ride this wave. This is the wave of a lifetime, and we're excited to be a part of it. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Quick market update. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.